Hello dear ones, in today's short video we are going to talk about Kohlberg's theory of moral development. This is a very important topic for CTET and almost every year you will find at least one question from this theory. So let's understand it step by step in very simple and clear language without any confusion. According to Kohlberg, moral development doesn't happen suddenly. Instead, it develops slowly and gradually as a child grows. He believed that children pass through different stages of moral thinking. As they move from one stage to the next, their understanding of right and wrong becomes more mature. One important thing to remember is that these stages follow a fixed order. This stage usually covers the age group of 0 to 4 years. At this stage, a child decides whether something is right or wrong only by looking at the result. If fire burns the child learns that fire is bad. If an action brings punishment, it is considered wrong. If an action brings reward, it is considered right. So morality here is based completely on reward and punishment. The child is egocentric and moral rules come from outside, not from the child's own thinking. Now let us move to stage 2. Here the child starts thinking more about his or her own needs. The child asks, "What do I get from this?" At the same time, the child also wants approval from others. So, a right action is one that helps the child and also pleases other people. You may often notice this kind of thinking. You help me and I help you. This stage shows self-interest, but social approval is also important. Now we come to stage 3, which is also called the good boy, good girl stage. At this stage, the child strongly believes that what most people say is right must be right. The child doesn't question others. Instead, moral decisions are based on what parents say, what teachers say, what society approves. This is called conformity. In simple words, the child behaves in a way that society accepts and appreciates. Next is stage 4. Here, the child's thinking becomes more mature. The child starts understanding that rules and laws are necessary to keep society running smoothly. The main belief at this stage is rules must be followed to maintain order. The child respects laws, authority, discipline. Sometimes the child may also take independent decisions, which is why we may see a little non-conformist behavior at this stage. Now we move to stage 5, which is very important for exams. At this stage, moral values becomes internal. The adolescent no longer believes that only their own society is correct. Instead, they start thinking different societies have different rules. Some rules from other cultures can also be good. They begin to compare different cultures, different societies, different moral viewpoints. The key question here is, what is truly morally right? This stage shows advanced moral reasoning. Finally, we reach stage 6. The highest stage in Kohlberg's theory. At this stage, a person develops universal moral principles such as justice, truth, equality, human rights. The thinking becomes very clear and strong. What is morally right should be right for everyone, everywhere. This is where a true sense of right and wrong develops. Now let's quickly look at some CTET type questions. according to Kohlberg, which is the highest stage of moral development? Correct answer is stage 6. In which stage does a child judge morality only on the basis of physical consequences? And the answer is stage 1. A child who always seeks praise and approval from others belongs to which stage? Correct answer is stage 3. In which stage does a child compare moral rules of different societies? And the answer is stage 5. Which stage mainly focuses on law, order and maintaining discipline in society? And the answer is stage 4. One last important point for CTET. Moral development always happens in sequence. A child cannot skip any stage. However, not every child reaches the final stage.